Oh, didn't see you guys there. Hello and welcome to the video. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing my top 5 dieting mistakes that I've made previously in the past. This is all self-taught education. Come here, Skinny Pete. Go away, Skinny Pete. Not listening to these mistakes will end up you looking like Skinny Pete. So I insist that you sit down, grab a pen and paper, and at the end I'll be telling you what to do to avoid making these mistakes and how you can actually succeed in your diet as well. So let's jump in straight in at number 1, and that is cutting calories too fast. People start a diet and they literally go from overeating, which essentially is why you need to diet, to eating 4 Brussels sprouts and a Skittle a day. Great, you're going to drop weight for a couple of weeks, but then soon your body is going to catch up. Cutting calories too fast can seem like the right approach, but if you are overweight, you have essentially been overeating, which means your calories should be somewhat fairly high. So to restart the diet, you essentially, all you need to do is drop a few hundred calories and the weight will start to come off. I go over this in many videos. To work out your maintenance calories, you need to just quickly pull up a TDEE calculator, which is your total daily energy expenditure. Type in all the information they ask for, and this will give you your maintenance calories. You're then going to want to drop 300 to 500 calories from this. Weigh yourself every single day, and then at the end of the week, if your weight has gone down, you're in a calorie deficit, and that is all you need to do. Don't do anything else for the time being. For the first couple of weeks, just ride out the calorie deficit as long as possible. This really shouldn't be too difficult. If in the first week of your diet you're really struggling, how do you think you're going to be in 5 to 6 weeks? And this is going to set you up for success and for sustainable weight loss. Strict dieting or cutting calories too quick, 99.999% of the time, that may be a made-up statistic, will end up in a rebound and ended up, if not in a worse position than they were previous. Number 2, which is kind of almost hyperlinked with number 1, is excessive cardio. So cardio is an awesome fat loss tool, but it should be seen as that, as a tool. All that is actually required on a diet is for your calories to be in a deficit. What is a calorie deficit? Your body is taking in less calories than is required to function, therefore putting you in a deficit. Implementing excessive cardio straight away, usually with an already restricted diet, increases your calorie deficit even further, which creates even more stress on the body, making it a lot harder than it needs to be, and pretty much building yourself into a corner that you're going to be unable to get out of and become stuck very quickly. Literally want to take very slow steps, and I would say most clients and most people to not even implement cardio until later on into the diet, and then they're able to use it as a tool in order to increase their deficit when their calories are already getting quite low. If you implement cardio straight from the get-go, that's you're doing cardio for the rest of the diet, and it will only have to increase further. Cardio can also be very difficult on the body, which is something I will go into further detail in another step. As I'm not suggesting you do cardio, I would suggest walking. Walking is very good for your body, gets you active and gets you out and about. Once again, I wouldn't start walking marathons. I would start walking 5,000 steps a day, something like that, something that doesn't take up too much time, because once again, whatever you start doing as the diet continues is going to have to increase and increase. So if you start walking 28,000 kilometers a day, in about 4 weeks time, you're going to be walking 50 kilometers a day, or your diet will have come to a halt. So just think in the long term, when you're starting out a diet, what is the end goal? What would you be happy to do at the end, and almost work your way backwards? Like, okay, I wouldn't mind running 10k a day, which is pretty extreme, but start that at the end and then work that back to the start. So maybe at the start of the diet, you run 1k a day, and then, you know, it gradually builds up throughout the diet. Third is going to be protein intake. Protein has definitely been blown out of the water. It's definitely not as important as we have been made to believe. You don't need 8,000 grams of protein per pound of body weight. You need around 0.7 grams per pound. That for me would be roughly, I'm 165 pounds, 0.7 would be about 130 grams of protein. And that's easily achievable from a whole foods plant-based diet. But if you slash in your calories so low to, like, I've heard people eating 1,200 calories a day, it's so difficult to then hit your protein goal. Trying to hit 100 grams of protein with 1,000 grams of calories pretty much means you're just going to be eating protein, which as a vegan means you're probably just going to be eating raw seitan and tofu, and yeah, you're not going to have any macronutrients for anything else, which basically means you're going to feel like rubbish. But protein is very important. The term that pretty much anyone who ever comes to me, or I ever speak to anyone who wants to lose weight, is they want to lose lose weight and they want to tone up, which essentially means they want to lose fat but gain muscle. And if you want to gain muscle, or at least hold on to any muscle, you're going to need an essential amount of protein for this. So cutting your calories and not focusing on hitting protein is going to dramatically affect you, and you're going to end up, where is he? Like this Weasel again. Right, go away. Number 4 is going to be the type of training that you need to do when on a diet. This is all circumstantial, but in this one, I'm basically talking about the people who want to lose weight but look lean, look toned. You know, people basically want to look a muscular version of themselves, and the type of training you need to do. And everyone I seem to hear is doing HIIT training. HIIT training, HIIT training, HIIT training. I used to do HIIT training. I think it was some kind of magical fat burning cardio that literally just strips away fat and takes like 20 minutes a day, and wow, it's a magical cure. What's this still saying? So it sounds too good to be true. It probably isn't, and that is pretty much my standpoint when it comes to HIIT cardio. HIIT cardio is brilliant as in the fact that it's cardio fast, but we've already talked about that. We don't want to be doing excessive amounts of cardio, and that's essentially what HIIT is. It's a condensed excessive amount of cardio. The afterburn effect that we all got told previously, which is when I used to do it, is an absolute myth. You don't burn more calories after you've done a HIIT session. If anything, I think there's been studies to show you actually burn less calories because you're so exhausted from doing the HIIT that you kind of lower your NEAT, which is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which basically means after a HIIT training, you're probably so knackered that you'll just sit around on the couch rather than, you know, walk around a bit or do a bit of cleaning. So if your main focus of exercise is HIIT to lose weight, stop. It's not a miracle exercise. So yeah, get rid of the HIIT training, or you can use that once again as a tool later on in the diet. We want to focus our training on hypertrophy, muscle building, strength training. I have made several videos on how to make your workout plan. I'll put them right here. But yeah, you want to focus on working in the hypertrophy rep range. It's going to help you build muscle and strength, and as you diet down, it's going to help you actually build muscle. If you're new to this kind of training as well, it's possible to recomp, which essentially means you're building muscle while losing weight, which is impossible when you get more advanced like myself and you kind of have to commit to bulking up or just cutting down. But yeah, if you are new to training, you are in the honey, you are very lucky, and I am jealous of you. You can essentially gain muscle as you are losing weight and get strong. Focus on building strength in all the compound movements, such as the bench press, deadlift, squat. If you do bodyweight training, focus on doing push-ups, air squats, handstand push-ups, pull-ups, all that kind of good stuff. And yeah, use progressive overload from week to week, and you will be getting stronger, and you will be building, I hate to say this, but a more toned physique. Number 5 is going to be focusing on recovery. As I said previously, dieting is causing a stress on the body, which actually already impacts recovery. And then several other things usually get included into a diet which make your recovery even worse. For example, people start upping their caffeine intake. I know I used to do that previously because caffeine acts as a stimulant and it keeps you feeling full. As a caveat, caffeine also affects our sleep. If you're doing lots of cardio and HIIT training, that will also affect your recovery and your sleep. Causing too much stress on the body can also prevent weight loss and leave you feeling completely blown out, unmotivated, and most likely to just sack it all in and think, what is the point, and just go back to how you were before. Another funny thing is when I speak to clients and I've got rid of the cardio and I've got rid of the HIIT, is the training will actually be a lot less. I'd probably put someone who's new to training on 3 times a week and then spend the rest of the time focusing on mobility, recovering, walking, and just giving the body as much time to recover, and that will actually see more results. Less is more. We're kind of continually told that you need to really struggle, it's hard, it's a grind, but it really doesn't have to be. Dieting is not that difficult. It shouldn't be difficult, because if it's that difficult, you're not going to stick to it and you're going to fall back on the wagon. I know most people want to get results in about a couple of weeks, but unfortunately I'm here to tell you that isn't the case. You can drop a lot of weight real fast, but you'll end up pretty much plateaued very quickly. You'll have probably lost all your muscle and strength. You'll probably be stressed out, feeling miserable, and then end up back where you were. You really want to take it slow and steady. Like my dad always told me how you want to treat a lady. You don't want to treat her like a one-night stand that you're going to kick to the curb the next day. You want to be in it for the long haul. You want to commit to it because it is a lifestyle, and if you're not willing to change your lifestyle, then once you quit the diet or that way of eating and living, you will essentially end up back where you are. If your goal is to lose as much weight as quick as possible and go on a lad's holiday in like a week's time looking like a skinny weasel, then yeah, do all these things I've said. said. But if your goal is to feel good, look good in the long term, easily, sustainably, then don't do those and do these tips instead. These easy tips will make dieting so much easier, and you're going to think, wow, thanks Pete, and you are welcome. That's what I'm here for. Number one is going to be increase your water intake. I know everyone seems to think, yeah, I drink lots of water. I drank some the other day. No, that's not enough. I don't even know how much I drink, but I tell clients to drink at least 4 liters of water. I drink probably way more than that. I'm like a drinking machine. It's like I'm on a night out, constantly just down in waters, left, right and center. Water is so good. Water refreshes you. Most of the time when you feel like you're hungry, you actually are just thirsty anyway. It energizes you, keeps your system running smooth, and it's free, so just do it. Yes, you may have to pee a little bit more, but all those trips to the bathroom also add up to extra NEAT, so you're also burning more calories as you're drinking water. Focus from eating 80 to 90% of your food from a whole foods, fruits and vegetables, plant-based diet. This is going to leave you feeling full, satiated, making sure you're getting all your micronutrients and your proteins in, and you're not going to be feeling hungry and horrible all the time. I know when I eat really clean, it's difficult to even eat that many calories. If you put a picture up of 2,000 calories of like whole foods and then 2,000 calories of like a McDonald's, it's obviously going to leave you full up for about 2 seconds. The whole foods are going to leave you fulfilled for a lot longer, and that's pretty much the way you want to eat all the time. There's like a kind of thing going around that it's like it's cool to eat junk food. It's cooler to eat nice healthy food and feel good all the time. I've got some recipes on here that you may find interesting, like kidney bean brownies and pancake and like chickpea pizza, so maybe check them out for some like fun, high voluminous, low calorie foods that can help you succeed in your diet plus make you feel good. So final recap, we've slowly lowered our calories, we're not doing any cardio, we're just doing some walking, and we're going to implement cardio as a tool as we go on. We're making sure we're hitting our protein goals and our micronutrients. We're eating lots of whole fruits and veggies, and the final part of the puzzle is having patience and trust in the process. Take pictures, take measurements. Sometimes you don't feel any different, or the weight on the scale has not changed, but if you look at pictures from a couple weeks ago or you've taken measurements, you actually will see that there is a big difference. Don't always just focus on the scales, focus on how you feel, focus on how you look, focus on being the best version of yourself. Don't fall for these fad diets or these quick fixes. You know, if you look at other things and someone's trying to sell you a magic pill, or you know, something that seems too good to be true, you'd think, no, get lost, that's too good to be true. But when it comes to diet, we want to believe that this is what's going to work because we want the easy answer. But let me just tell you the truth, it doesn't have to be that difficult. Just follow the steps in this guide, take it slow and steady, and like Take That always say, have a little patience. Anyway, I guess that's going to be it for the video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you made it this far in the video, you may as well go down and drop it a like. I have actually now got a camera. Woo! So I would essentially say I'm a real YouTuber now. All my other videos have been filmed on the phone that you are watching now. I haven't used it yet as it arrived yesterday, and this video needs to be out tomorrow because I have to keep to my strict schedule of 2 videos a week, and I want to kind of learn how to use it. But this basically means the world is endless, because you may not realize, but to record on your phone, you pretty much have to be positioned by a window. So this is going to give me the freedom to move away from the windows. Anyway, exciting stuff, who cares? If you're looking for a workout program, I'm actually giving away a free 30-day bodyweight training program. Just click on the link in my bio and you can access that completely free. You don't need a card or anything to sign up. I have a beginner one and an intermediate one, so you can check that out. And yeah, I just want to give a little bit back. I know the current times have been difficult, so I thought it'd be very helpful. So yeah, if you're looking for a 30-day workout program, you're welcome to just click on my website and you can have that completely free. And yeah, hopefully that will get you started on your weight loss journey. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Drop it a like if you have. I think I've already said this several times. Subscribe if you are new. If you already subscribed, make sure that your gran, your aunt, your uncle, your nan, your dog, your cat subscribe. Once I hit 700, I will do another grueling fitness challenge. I'm not sure what it is, so drop in the comments below if you have any ideas. Also drop in the comments below if there's anything you would like to see me make. I'm on like video 80 something now, so any input on what you guys would like to see videos on, I am more than happy to help. I am here to serve you guys. So yeah, let me know. Otherwise, I think the next one will probably be a day of eating because I want to take this guy for a spin. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. I've got this. I need to get in the zone.